All right, so Fight Rigging is a shell that we've played a few times in the past. We actually haven't had a chance to play it since Elvish Mystic was added to the format, so we've got 7 1-mana accelerants for all of our powerful 3-drops here. And we've added Sheoldred from Dominar Unite. Whenever you draw a card, you gain 2 life. Whenever opponent draws a card, they lose 2 life. So kind of soft combo here is Ob Nixilis targeting your opponent while you have Sheoldred out, drains them for 21 with the 7 cards that they draw, draining for 7, plus getting 7 lose 2 triggers is kind of fun. We got some other top end here that rewards us for having large lads. We've got Valki Tibalt to ramp into off of the elves as well as cast off of Fight Rigging. And then we've got some Turntimber Symbiosis as redraws in the Fight Rigging if we brick on some of our other top end here. So let's go ahead and pop on into some games with this and see how it feels this morning. Undercover Hippo, thanks for seeing Undercover in Hoaglandia for over a year. Welcome back. Good morning, good morning. I used to pronounce my username with a short vowel like wistful, but Jeff has successfully gotten to change my own pronunciation to Y-Sticks. Just doing what I can. This seems absurd. Slightly less absurd, but probably still good. They took our second land chance, so I assume that means this elf is dying. Step on me, daddy. Alright, let the Rakdos begin, chat. I don't know how this deck does into a field of Rakdos. We're about to find out. When we tried to play Explorer the other day, we played against Rakdos for
and I don't appreciate it.
like 7 out of 9 matches. We're probably dead here. Leona Unite move.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Go ahead and move on. I think I trimmed some Ghaltas so they don't get gummed up in our hand. I think we're supposed to trim mana dorks in this matchup to increase our action density a little bit. Upside, Liliana's ult currently does nothing to us. Yeah, but it like sets up for a game state that's unwinnable, right? You like kind of get back into the game and then her Unite does something. Listen, chat, I know we just died keeping a 1-lander, but you can't teach a dumb dog new tricks, so we're gonna do it again. Actually, we didn't keep 1-lander in the last one, right? They Thoughtseized our bolt lands. Easy game. Never didn't have it. Alright, we just need one more land here to get curved out. We have 2 things that enable this fight rigging. Sign me up. puts a 1/1 counter on something. Then if we have a creature with 7 or more power, we get to cast the thing underneath it. And again, the way this interfaces with this card is we get to cast the Tibalt side here. One Cosmic Imposter, please. 2 really close, interesting games with solid back and forth so far. Yeah, folks like Marsha are a big part of why I'm no longer any religious affiliation. Apathon. Just actually the stone cold bratwurst individuals. Wanted to get in a sub for September. Apparently doesn't give half price from the mobile app. Yeah, big advice, shout out. Thank you for the resub, Xenoweasel. Remember, if you could avoid it, don't ever sub from the mobile app. The mobile app charges you an extra $1 every month. And that extra $1 does not go to the content creator you're subbing to. It goes to Apple or Google. If you only have access to a mobile device and you want to support someone's content here on Twitch, you could finagle opening their Twitch stream in your mobile browser and sub that way through the browser. Then you don't have that extra fee on there. As a heads up. Anytime any amount of money goes through things on the mobile platforms, the what's it called, wants to take their cut out. Papa Google or Apple. No third land. Third land's never lucky. Okay. There are fights to be rigged. Gonna take a redraw here down the road. Although I had double Daddy Nixilis in hand, maybe we do take the, are supposed to take the 7 power thing there. So, I think staring down a bunch of open mana here, we just play this out naked, because we have 2 of them. And we saw them been a Murderous Rider, so they could have another one of those, but outside of a murder or Destroyed Target Planeswalker, Ob Nixilis is pretty good here. Going on, Quarth. We have the first of what I assume will be many red-black matchups this morning.
It's my turn. Oh, today's my lucky day.
Your punishment is my
Sheoldred does a good job of applying pressure alongside Ob Nixilis in terms of hammering my opponent's life total down. Think it's gotta be Daddy Nixilis here. Stomp plus Chandra. Doesn't think kill this. Fatal Push Revolt off of the Kroxa is pretty good.
Yup, you're going down.
I'm yelling timber. Hive's a really good draw here because it lets them. Oh, that's a really good draw too, though. So I get to go this into put a counter on this. Not only cast my thing, but also cast the Great Henge from my hand. I'll make a 1/1 here, so I can apply pressure to this Chandra better, and
You work for me now, runt.
it also, I don't really want to give them the option to discard a card to get them closer to escaping their Kroxa here. They're at 4 cards, or 3 other cards in their bin, they need 2 more. do this and see what they do.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
I think we just do this and unite off the Shakedown Heavy, right?
Enough petty notions of morality. All that matters is power.
I'm attacking Chandra so that way we can keep her off of uniting this turn. Obviously, they get to gain some life, but it is what it is. I'll take a 7-ball, please.
Wipe that smug look off your face. My help is never free.
That was atrocious. Holy crap.
Oh, I have
Take a peekaboo at their hand. Full house, something like that. Casting Valki this way draws a card as well. Oh, that's a great pickup. Since they blocked with Kalitas here. They're going to be able to kick the thirst on my Ghalta. But I have a Sheoldred in my bin. No, we can't race a Chandra Emblem. Just don't even try. We got so much value built up. There's no reason to try to race a Chandra Emblem. It's just unnecessary. Morning Gout. Thanks for the 28 months. Welcome back.
Don't think you're some big hero.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 9 mana next turn. If I shock myself. Start here and see what we get. That's all it takes. This deck might have an okay red-black matchup. Having a bunch of Valkis in our main deck is real reasonable. So we're gonna get to exile their Kroxa there, and then tap their Chandra, and then we've got like more Valkis in hand. We got the Great Henge going. Yeah, the line there is gonna be to exile the Kroxa, keep their Chandra from uniting, play a land, and then we're just like still pretty far ahead. We still have a bunch of cards in hand. I'm sure is the reason they bounced out there. Yes, don't cast the Kroxa. You won't be happy with that. Gosh, I've been in queue for 45 seconds, chat? What a dead game. Bury it in the ground. Over a minute? We're gonna die of old age before we find an opponent? Honestly, it's probably a good thing if the queue times are taking a little while, because that hopefully means they're gonna be doing something about the state of the current format. Chat, what is wrong with game developers? I have 3 different competitive PvP games I've been playing lately, and all 3 of them are currently in a state where they desperately need a balance patch. And it just feels like nobody cares. Why don't they care, chat? Hey, look, chat. It's a red-black matchup. Are you surprised? Oh, is it the same opponent? I actually missed that bit. Well, I mean, this dies to the K command, but it's to play first at least. Oh. Oh. Hey, thanks for keeping me around, Slim. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I just want a Ghalta here. It could have been right to take a redraw towards a Valki, but I'm already down 2 Valkis, so... The Sultai fight rigging deck with the merge altar. Yeah, I think it's a steaming pile of trash. You don't win the game consistently enough when you actually Emergent Ultimatum, and the deck just has way too many big clunky cards. Like, this game's honestly a good example of why I like this build of this deck, because it lets us, if you're gonna return Crocs into your hand, why would you not just make us discard a card? Why spend 2 mana to do it? Yeah, I think the changes to the Unite, oh god, they have a Fatal Push, rip. I think the changes to the Unite map are fine. It's just super disappointing that they patched the game and didn't fix the very glaring issues with any of the overpowered characters. Pretty annoying from that perspective. They replaced the Natus in the top path with 2 level 5s. So there's technically more experience up there now. The paths are a little bit more balanced in terms of the amount of experience they provide. Another Fatal Push. And honestly, chat, this is just another reason why Fable of the Mirror Breaker is so good. Not that you needed more listed, I'm sure, but like the fact that it gives you Revolt trivially for Fatal Push is yet another reason why red is the best splash with black in these mid-range decks in this format. Yeah, I actually have to say, I think the change to the Natus in the top path is actually kind of crappy. I like that there was like, the paths felt different in terms of the Pokemon that appeared in them. And I think if they wanted there to be more experienced top path, they probably should have just like made all the Natus level 2. Or level 3 even. I thought it was cute that they were like it was different. It was cute that it was different. I liked that they felt different. I understand their perspective of wanting to balance the amount of experience in both, but Grimoire is the same way. We're trimming some of the mana dorks who want higher action density, bringing in some removal, or bringing in a couple of planeswalkers. I'm trimming specifically the Ghaltas, because not only does it die to Doomblade on occasion, but we also need stuff in play in order to get this out. Yeah, they gave a dynamic for uniting and clearing wilds in the game too that I thought was good. I agree that losing that dynamic is sad. Okay, third lane's a great pickup. I just get this down. I get him ticket up.
All that matters is power. Is owed.
The problem with playing Rotting Regisaur last turn is that they could just, like, kill it during my upkeep, which would not be great for us.
You work for me now, Runt.
Make a 1/1 to protect the Ob Nixilis. If they go to kill the 1/1 and attack the Ob Nixilis, we could, yeah, it is worse than that, I suppose. What's going on, Andrew? Thanks for the 68 months. Welcome back.
Cut you down.
They attack. I'm happy to trade here. Making them discard a card is better than killing the Harvester. We really want to draw untapped land here so we can go Rotting Regi into Great Henge. Okay, I think the tapped land draw actually means we just pass because I don't want to... Actually, maybe I was supposed to Rotting Regisaur, keep the land in hand. Although I need second black for a Sheoldred at some point. There were codes for free gems on the Genshin live stream today. I might have been playing that this morning before I went live. Also, we're also gonna play it this afternoon after Magic. Okay, we got the Great Henge down, which is good, he says before getting kick commanded. The codes are in the subs Discord. You can also Google it and find them online, but we have a pretty active Genshin channel, or Genshin thread under the main gaming channel. Are we just generating a treasure token here? What's the deal? Hopefully they Chandra down kick and kill my Rotting Regisaur.
When people start screaming, I know I'm on track.
Perfect. And this is perfect because now we don't have to discard the Regisaur from our hand, which means we have a creature to draw a card with Henge. Has there been anything other than red-black opponents this week? Not an Explorer. The Explorer is very poorly balanced at the moment. Insert evergreen statement about Magic the Gathering's formats here. Historic's pretty good right now. Explorer desperately needs changes. What's going on, Nimrod? Thanks for the almost 2.5 years. Welcome back. But Jeff, based on data we won't show you, Explorer is fine, actually. Yep. Does Explorer need to have cards added so it's fully Pioneer or just ban people? Red-Black is also a problem in Pioneer. It's the second most played deck in that format. I think I'm just vibing for now. I guess if I attack... So if I attack, they have to double block. They get to copy and then double block one, but then they also have to chump block the other. So I basically clear their board out. All right, yeah, let's flip it and rip it, actually. Sorry to hear about your boss, Paula. Thanks for the 4.5 years. Just a 4.5 more. Happy early birthday. So they get to copy a friend and then trade with the Regisaur, but then they have to chump block the other one and they take one from this. Wait, what? Oh, they're just keeping the original. I mean, sure, that's a legal play. I think this is good for us. As good as things can be. Where are my Valkis at, chat? Just like 17 cards into my deck with 0 Valkis. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spells and 17 cards. Big magic energy. I was carrying a box of stuff down to the basement yesterday, chat, and I smashed my pinky on the handrail, not realizing how low I was carrying it. Okay, exiling 2 creatures here means that they can take a hit from one of the Regis. Castable spell. That's actually the worst castable spell in our deck, right? It's actually the worst. Like, even Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic draw a card with Great Henge. I asked for it, the deck delivered. Be more specific, Jeff. Yep. Alright, so if I attack them with both again, they can chump block 1, they gain 2. There's a finite number of life they can give. They only gain 1, actually. Yeah, I'm just attacking again. Keep the pressure on emote here. We do gain 2 more life. That's true. It is better than drawing a land. To set a low bar, this is better than a land. Yeah, I mean, but they had the option to trade for 1 last turn and didn't. Ever considered giving the monkey paw to Ned Flanders? It seems to work out better for him. I'll take that under consideration. Llanowar Elves would have even been better into this.
One of your friends has to leave.
Get him out of here. Alright, castable spell, chat. Castable spell. All the castable spells left in our deck are good. Magic is a skill-based game. Do-da, do-da. Bum 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 ba-da-da-dum. We're dead, right? They copy a glutton at end of turn. They untap. They copy a glutton again. I block. Kali toss. I take 14. Actually, if actually dead on board. I guess I could wait and like make sure they see that we're dead on board, but it's gonna take them a while, and I'm not down to wait for that. We just didn't draw any spells, right? We had like a Great Henge and then lands. We had like 8 spells and 20 cards there, and 2 of which were our only 2 copies of Great Henge. Usually I expect people to buy me dinner before they pierce me opponent, but I guess we can make an exception. If Sheoldred doesn't get sent back to hand, she's pretty good at racing here. Not only draining them, but also gaining us a good bit of life. Ideally, we would have drawn an untapped land there, so that way I could go Shakedown into Ghalta, and then the game would have ended on the spot, but alas, Magic is a skill-based game. Alright, so they're dead to this untapped land? Hey, look, chat, we got to combo them. No! Come back! I wanted to kill you by making you draw 7 cards, opponent. Wow, what did fun ever do to you? Just rude. Timbald's probably the worst for our top end. They don't really need to be grindy with Great Henge. This is just try to get on board with Elvish Mystics, bring in all the Doomblades. It's like a Doomblade if I squint, right? I think they saw the Ghalta on the stack. I don't know though. It's hard to know exactly where Arena was on their screen when they backed off. They're dead to the attacks plus Sheoldred triggers. They could make me draw a card to not get hit by the 6/4, right? So that's not true. It's fine in here, chat. Tempo, trading on up. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Shock this in so we can play Rotting Regisaur around their counter unless you pay one card. Send it back from whence it came, doo-dah, doo-dah. Send it back from whence it came, oh, the doo-dah day. Second verse, same as the first, a little bit louder and a whole lot worse. Like to end that one, please. It's my Dross Crocodile anniversary. Thanks for the big 5-1 Oratog. Sheath the tier 3-2. That's super generous. I think those are some of my favorite bands, Andrew. Where I'm like watching someone else's content and someone is an absolute raging dickhead in chat. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go ban you in my own stream for good measure, just so you're never incentivized to show up elsewhere. Large dinosaurs greater than tiny spirits. I think the spirits deck's in kind of a rough spot in this format. It's got a pretty mediocre red-black matchup. Is there anything from the old standard adventure deck that's banned in Explorer? I don't think so, right? The deck's probably just like not quite powerful enough, I have to venture a guess. Honestly, watching all these games play out, someone brought up the Sultai variation of the fight rigging deck earlier. These games have been a great example of why I think this deck is just much better than the Sultai one. Like the number of games we win where we're just like this fair dinosaur beatdown deck are really high. Oh, chat, this is amusing news, by the way. Apparently, Genshin Impact announced that they're adding an in-game card game. So I'll be curious to see what that plays like and if it goes anywhere. Because Gwent was originally an open-world RPG card game. Yeah, they're also getting the anime video game is also getting a proper anime. Alright, am I dead? That's a boat. Alright, so I have, we have removal for the rat. Because Valki will exile that. Going. Arcane is definitely worth watching, chat. It's very, very well done. Hey, thanks for checking out the sponsor, Tanner. Appreciate you sticking around and supporting my content any way you can. Arcane is so good, it made me not hate Imagine Dragons. Alright, so they got a can't stay away in their bin. Which means they're going to get to hit us with the boat again next turn. It's just another Valki here.
Let fire rage within your heart. Oh, so many painful memories.
There's no Perihelion in the bin, but that doesn't mean they can't attack us with one this turn. KOing Tybalt, or recracking me to 4. Going to 4.
Now let me have my fun.
When I win, you're telling me what... Off you go.
There isn't another rat in there. If I Grizzly Salvage into... No, I can't Grizzly Salvage into Ob Nixilis. It's a Planeswalker. I probably just want to kill the Liliana here too, right? Just so they don't have a discard outlet sitting on board. Ob Nixilis plus Ghalta would have been... Where do I get an Ob Nixilis from? Chat, I can't cast Ob Nixilis off of the Ghalta and hit them with the Ghalta. You sacrifice it at the beginning of combat. So no, that was not lethal.
I know when I'm not
You have to
wanted.
sack Ghalta before you attack. Alright, we gave it the old college try, champ. Am I dead? We've dealt with 2 Grease Fangs. They need a 3rd Grease Fang and a way to put the boat back in the bin. Untapped land, Liliana Grease Fang does it. Alright, they put a Perihelion in the bin. Do they have a Grease Fang in hand? They do not. Alright, so Ray, Abrade, K-Command, Weathered Runestone all come in here. What's going on, Zer? Thanks for the 40 months. Nonsense? What nonsense? Oh, it's fine. People miss stuff like that all the time. Barely even a blip. What should we cut here? The elves are great because not only do we need to go fast, but we want to make sure that we have edict, things that they don't want to edict away. This might be a Great Henge out matchup. We're not really looking to grind here, I don't think. I kind of like I need to make sure I have a density of things to flip into that end the game off of fight rigging. Sheoldred doesn't look great. See, I think Sheoldred's fine because it buffers my life total a little bit. And it blocks and attacks. I think I might cut Daddy Nixilis here. He's, again, just kind of a grindy card. And I think I'd rather have Valki as a grindy card because it's a removal spell at a pinch. Got a Turntimber on the draw. Embrace the greed. Of course people want an Ob Nixilis ban, chat. It's the next Doko. Why would you want Ob Nixilis to still be legal? Not blocking, might as well attack. Soon, my tiny green child, soon. The old runner removal spell into second rat. Sometimes it do be like that. Yeah, thank goodness Winota is banned. 40k set is not coming to Arena, no. Not scheduled to, at least. It's really just so gross. Just like, can't play the game now because I have to respect the fact that Perihelion can come back. Yes, we'll do this to check for another rat. The opponent's deck is really good, by the way, chat. We went like 8-1 or 9-1 with it the other day. It also sucks shit to play against, though. They justified why greasebag is legal, but no one is not. Of course not. Am I taking this trade? Probably not. My top decks are much better if I have this in play. Even if I do have to discard. I think that's a really cynical and bad take, Drunk Owl. There is a 0% chance that money is the reason that they haven't banned Greasefang. Don't attribute malice to that which is adequately explained by incompetence. It's a motto to live by. Sack the elf here.
My, go sow some chaos. Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
Assume the Trampler is coming at one of my Planeswalkers. That is definitely the wrong one to be attacking, but you do you, opponent. We take these, I guess. Not only do you typically want to prioritize killing the Ob Nixilis clones over the original, because you can't have two originals in play, but you can have two clones, you also just, like, should kill the one with the higher loyalty on it, right?
How dare you? Shake down the locals.
They attack with the other one, we could double block, and then the clone lives. Yeah, but that's fine, Tang. Then I have 2 1 loyalty things, and I'm at 3 life. And I have no creatures in play. I get a Steel Leaf Champion back in their hand. I mean, I don't give a shit what the reasoning is. It's bad. I'm explaining to you why it's bad. It's probably an Ob Nixilis out matchup. He doesn't block profitably and gets attacked down. We really don't have... Maybe it's not an Ob Nixilis out matchup. I guess we like bring in Ceratops. Maybe we just leave 2 in. We don't really have hard removal on the board. No Heartless Axe or anything like that. Ugin Destroyer Exile. It's destroyed, unfortunately, so it does not deal with their what's it called. Whenever we play against this mono green deck, they just like always play Rowaness on 2 or 3, and then we die to it several turns later. It's not a great look. Card always looks absurd. Like a 6 mana kill your 3-drop gain 4 life is like not particularly great. Yeah, I mean, a perfect roll that kills a Ghalta, I guess, but I think it's average case scenarios, pretty middling. They didn't play Rowaness on 2 chat. Is their deck broken? What's up with that?
I'm gonna remake this time in my... Don't think you're some big hero. Consider this your initiation to my crew.
If anybody's questioning my decision to lose 7 and draw 7 against the aggro deck, I would remind you that it's greatness at any cost, not at some costs. Terra Sunder seems really slow and bad for our deck. Like, we don't really explicitly care about 8 cards that card typically gets rid of. Oof. We're actually just dead. 1 here. All she wrote for sure. I guess we could have cast... We could have just like cast the Rotting Regisaur there, but we're slow. We're just so slow that our hand is being torn apart. As far as 5 cards hands go, this is towards the higher end of the potential scale. stepping on my elf, or does it get to live to see another turn? It's alive! Alright, I mean, if they can't interact with my board again, we go Great Henge into Elf, draw a couple cards, we're right back in this game and even ahead.
What? My hair is on fire? I know. Time to toast your marshmallows. S'mores, anyone?
Good Friday. Pretty sure Good Friday's in April. Braveheart. Unfortunately, our deck today has felt like we've kind of just been getting a lesson on the drawbacks of playing individually weak cards that have synergies with each other. It's been a long while since Magic was kind to that type of strategy. All of these games just feels like we're getting solidly out card quality. Hey, Fredwick. Thanks for the almost 60 months. Welcome back. Gosh, honestly, it's such peak hyperbole that people were calling this card the next Oko. Magic players are so dumb. What's going on, New Guardian? Thanks for the 12 months. Welcome back. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of getting off the fight rigging deck the more we play. We just keep dying with a bunch of bad synergy cards in our hands. It just hasn't been particularly interesting. I'm not even bored here, honestly. Our removal spells don't kill their larger threats that we really care about anyways. I think I'd rather just try and linear them, especially on the play. What's going on, Timune? Thanks for the 17 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Oko's banned in every format. Nixilis is good in some matchups. Kinda. It's good with the right board state for sure. I mean, honestly, there's a strong chance, Turf Doctor, that our deck's better against Red Black than it is against a lot of these other things. You don't apply nearly as much pressure to make our Ob Nixilis as embarrassing. Alright, turn 4, Ghalta on the play. I-O, let's go. We have a Stomp. Just a Love-Struck Beast. My board's bigger than your board. Neener, neener, neener. We have to Ghalta before we attack, because if they take the block, I don't get to Ghalta. Don't you dare use green spells to kill my Ghalta. You stop counting right now, opponent. King Black Dinos has your number. Look at my synergy cards when they don't interact with me. Look at them and weep. So, Sheoldred's lethal. Get a little drain and pain. Alright, that was the easy game. This is a game where we were on the play. Now we gotta try and win one on the draw here. Being on the play with Llanowar Elves is really busted, it turns out. Who'da thunk? 1, 2, 3. It's just curvamentary. What could it be? Yes, the Black Market Angels deck from yesterday is really strong. Howdy, Jim and Bean. Good morning, good morning. Gosh, chat. It's been so long since I complained about losing to an Embercleave, I'd almost forgotten what it feels like. Eldraine! I was probably supposed to lead on a Shockland there to leave myself the option to Ob Nixilis on 2. The fight rigging part of our deck has been a little whatever today. The turn 3 Ghalta part of our deck has been really good. Definitely won more games off of Elf Rotting Ghalta curve than anything else this morning. What's going on, Cajun guy? It's for the big 5-0. Appreciate you chilling here for over 4 years. Welcome back. Nancy Pelosi better stop emailing me. Yeah, I turned off all the fundraising emails. I think I want to redraw here, huh? Ooh, a piece of candy. I think I'd rather get life going from this faster. in chat, where's an Ob Nixilis when you need one? Did something happen while I wasn't looking at politics? The Republican governor of Florida, DeSantis, committed human trafficking violations that hopefully he will be charged for. And everybody else that took part in his stunt, let's call it. Our deck definitely still has a good mono red matchup. For people that aren't familiar with what I'm referring to, Ron DeSantis and the Texas governor sent migrants on a bus and plane to other Democrat-controlled cities, and in most of those cities, people welcomed them with open arms and food and support. But they did it under the guise of they were going to help them get jobs and other support things in those new places, when really they were just looking to dump them in a new place as a political stunt while lying to them about what they were doing. It's basically the exact definition of human trafficking. They lied to them about where they were going to be going to get them to move along with it. If you're wondering why they did this, it is because they're evil, completely lack an ounce of empathy in their body, and thought that their political stunt would own the libs. Scary dog, chat. I feel menaced. Bring me pictures of Goldhound, chat. It's a menace. I think I'm willing to trade Shakedown Heavy for Etchings of Burn spell here. Just keep my love total high. Yes, that too. They also spent an incredible amount of tax dollars on the stunt, when they could have just spent those tax dollars to help those people. I know there were children involved in the people that were lied to and transported across state lines under false pretenses, which is extra awful on top of everything else. It's bad that it happens to anyone. It's extra evil and terrible when something like that is done to children. This is the part where we play a 12-12, right? Our opponent's like spinning their tires trying to accrue card advantage, and we're like, how about this 12-12, friend? Well, they're not dead on board, but they're dead to Daddy Nixilis' Unite move here in a second, so let's get them. So they'll undiddle the Shakedown and let us draw a card. They'll take some trample damages here, and then Daddy Nixilis will end the game. Daddy Nixilis is so loyal, chat.
I'm the new boss around here. Join me, or die.
Join me, or die. Alright, I think just like we've already got Spawner Red, we're gonna go Raise and Abrades in, Valki's out. I'm a giver, chat, what can I say? The Sheoldreds have felt fine. Just like, Sheoldred's just like an individually good card. It's like, got this kind of cute combo with Ob Nixilis. It's probably unnecessary, but it has utility outside of that. Hey, have fun with it, balls. Like to rig one fight, please. Or two. Two at most. And for those of you that are just joining us that don't see the combo here, Sheoldred with Ob Nixilis' Unite move hits your opponent for 21, which we might actually get to do this game. We'll see, huh? I guess they might point these two at Sheoldred here. Or our 7/5. I assume one of our creatures is dying. If by some stroke of luck they don't kill either of our X5s with their 5 damage worth of burn spells in exile, we get to combo kill them next turn. Maybe they'll be greedy and think my face is the place and send it all upstairs. My face is the place! You're at 16! How could you possibly die next turn? Yes. If they kill the Sheoldred here, this fight rigging could find another one, and then we could Daddy Nixilis post-combat, right? Do we go big or do we go long? I think it's Henge. It was Henge or Ghalta, obviously. When in doubt, draw cards. That's words to live by for sure. Alright, chat. Our opponent has died. This is for playing. I was expecting to draw a card there, but they got greedy, so now they can get punished.
Families call me their adversary.
They call me the adversary. Daddy Nixilis don't mess around, shit. He's coming for you. I mean, just because they know the line exists doesn't mean it's right for them to play around it, but They probably should have just given us a card. Maybe they wanted to be able to attack us at the backswing and thought they could have lethal. We punted, so we could have drawn a card with Elf first. That's true. We did lose the game without drawing as many cards as possible. Obscene Sanity, thank you for the obscene sub duration. Big 5-2, welcome back. Show me your secrets. Ah, the illusion of choice. Definitely want a Valki here against a grindy deck. Morning, dude light. Hey, Paula. Thanks for the 6-month vote of confidence. That's super generous tier 2. I plan to be here. Thanks for keeping me around.
Trickery is just a hobby. Chaos is my career.
Trickery is just a hobby. Chaos is my career. Oh, does September give you a discount on tier upgrades? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Noted. Alright, opponent's playing the Anvil deck. So Abrade and Cake Command sound lovely. Tramplers are great. This drains them. I wonder if I'm supposed to trim... Can I afford to trim a Rotting Regisaur or two? My two... Yes, unfortunately, gifted subs do not get a discount. Oh, Twitch. I'm gonna trim one. I don't think I can afford to go lower than 7 of these. I'm gonna trim an elf. We can trim a couple of elves. I don't think we need to go super fast here. We're down to 4 elves and put an Ugin in as a 4th way to deal with an anvil. I think this match is gonna grind a little bit. What's the minimum to try out Green Chef? I believe their cheapest package is like 40 to 45, and the first box is free shipping. Depending on what you get. Which meals you're getting and how many servings you're getting on it vary the price a little bit. If you click through to the link, you can click through the different dietary options and serving sizes. But the cheapest meal package on Green Chef is definitely cheaper than the 50 USD I usually charge for a deck submission. So if you're someone that lives in the US and you were thinking about submitting a deck, definitely check out the sponsor. Grab yourself some sweet meals to prep and get a deck submission to go as well. I think my favorite thing about the meal prep places like that is, one, I don't have to read a book to figure out what the recipe is. Whenever you're looking for recipes online, you have to hear about someone's life story about how it's been passed down from generation to generation to finally figure out how to cook. And then getting to just like put meals together with things I would have never thought of. Like I had a couple of sweet potato plus mushroom dishes through a Green Chef, and those were not a combo of things I would have thought to put together, and they were both excellent. Potter Goes Gaming, thanks for the 19 months, welcome back. Nailed it. Chat, I don't care why those sites do the stupid things that they do. I just, as an end user, am annoyed by it. I'm sure there are very legitimate reasons for why it happens. Just like, I'm not gonna not complain about clickbait, even if I understand why it happens. Come on, bud. I'm mulligan to miss my third land drop. Can you discard the one card that's not the 3 of? So we can get along with you beating me up with your tier 1 deck. No fatal push there is a good beat. Well, I guess if they haven't, they can wait to do it. No reason not to untap first. Nice sporadic. So Army of Brutes is gonna do great things. Maybe. Cookbooks kind of feel like the yellow pages of cooking in 2022. Like they get the job done for what you're looking to do, but it's got to be like, man, there's got to be a better option here, right? Why not page someone in your Rolodex? Forest here. Shockland Elf, your move, Yugi boy. Scale of 1 to dead. Where's this elf at? Dead side of the scale? It's alive! If they take the Turntimber, that means they have another Thoughtseize for the Sheoldred, right? Most likely. It's a good beat. Cleverly hid the 3-drop on top of our deck there, chat. Skillfully even. Where's my money, opponent? They brought the Enforcer. He's here for some cards. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Mine. So, I'm gonna fight rigging and then play this as a tapped land. I missed 2 points of damage this way, but I want to get the last spell out of my hand. So that way my opponent's Thoughtseizes are blanks. I just think any large containment of text mechanics at this point that's not digitized and searchable is just kind of cumbersome. Would be my blunt opinion of why a traditional style book for cooking is not great. PDF me, baby. I'm certain the information is useful, but like, give me a PDF, put it on a tablet. Let me jump easily and not thumb through things. Nothing epic about my board, opponent. How are you gonna use a PDF when the zombie apocalypse happens? That's true. We have hit them once and they're at 9. That being said, hitting them again is not gonna be likely. They've got the Oni Cult Anvil going now. Cleverly left our epic play on top of the deck. I think I'm putting the 1/1 counter on Elvish Mystic here, because putting it on Sheoldred is only 1 more power overall, and she's gonna die to a fatal push, so I think we just chill. It's huge shit. It's absolutely massive. Well, the new Pokemon client did just roll out to 3 new regions. It's not in the US yet, but they are slowly making ground on that. I got you, Kid Higgs. I have no idea, Beck. I haven't really been following the product outside of where it releases. I figure I'll look at it when they tell me it's ready to be looked at. And not really before. I got plenty of other games I've been playing. Hey, look, another land for the pile. Individually weak synergy cards, chat. They're a tough sell. They're a tough sell. Could they play any slower? Speaking from having played against a lot of red-black sack decks over the years, yes. They could definitely be playing slower. That's enough of that one. This one. It's, again, just to, like, focus on getting better and building and playing good decks. It's really easy to, like, look at this game and go, oh, we lost because we're unlucky, we flooded out and we died. But all Magic decks flood out and they die. The thing that I see when I walk away from a game like that is the core problem with a deck like this, which is why it's never going to be super competitive or tier 1, is the fact that we had bad synergy cards that our opponent killed the cards they interact with, so they couldn't do anything. One of the spells we drew that game was a fight rigging, and it basically had no text box. It did like 2 extra points of damage that were irrelevant. They killed all of our creatures. The fight rigging never got to do anything. These style of decks that depend on your cards living just really aren't good in a Magic 2022 world. You can have a good time and pop up with them on occasion, but they're never going to consistently beat the decks that have a lot of quality interaction in them, which is a lot of it. You know, Black Red's a tier 1 deck in this format.